Alright, what's going on, guys? Lords of the Fallen has been out for a little over a week now, and one thing players are realizing is that this game is filled to the brim in secrets, whether it be through lore, secret quest lines, or parts of the game that are generally very well hidden. The developers definitely intended for the player to find something new every time they played it. But today I have something interesting, what may be the biggest and most well-kept secret in the entire game, and I can wholeheartedly guarantee that the chances of the player actually finding this on their own are zero. And if you're wondering what the secret is, well, it's this. This is the stick, one of the most useless weapons in the entire game, at least when you first get it, because the stick has a secret quest line that is so well hidden that we would have never found it had we not had help from the developers of the game. But now that we finished it, it is absolutely worth pulling off to turn this joke weapon into one of, if not the strongest tools in the entire game. So today I'm going to be breaking down this entire quest and telling you exactly how we came to discover this, and I owe a massive thank you to fellow content creator MadLuigi, who is also working to solve this mystery alongside me and provided the footage of the final stage of this thing in action, since I accidentally locked myself out of the quest, thinking that I was done when I wasn't. So y'all go check him out after this, he makes some awesome lore videos. So with all that, be sure to subscribe if you're new around here, and now let's get into it. The first step of this is to acquire the stick, which you can do shortly after reaching Skyrest Bridge. After you've completed your business and talked to all the NPCs, head out the right door as if you're continuing through the level. Then just keep going straight until you reach the Wandering Merchant. This is Thehk Ihir, I think I'm saying that right, and he is the most important part of this quest. Now in order to gain the stick from him, you'll want to exhaust his dialogue, and he'll tell you that his dream was to serve the Divine Judge Cleric. But if you continue talking to him, eventually he'll tell you this.
I know it doesn't look like much, but it's been a dependable companion to me.
And now you have the stick, a weapon that is absolutely nothing special, with a hammer moveset and E scaling in both strength and agility, and a description that only reads, "It's a stick." But rest assured, this will become one of the best weapons in the game. But now that you've exhausted Thehk Ihir's dialogue and obtained the stick, your next step is to reach Forsaken Fen before the Congregator of Flesh boss fight. You'll then come across Thehk Ihir once again, and he'll be a little bit happier than the last time you met, telling you that he's found a new purpose, and that purpose is as a wandering merchant. So we're gonna have to track him down across Mornstead throughout the game, visiting him at the spots he wanders to, and of course exhausting his dialogue. Also by this point, make sure you freed the blacksmith. You'll need to upgrade your weapons, but she's important to the quest as well. But after talking to him there, your next step is to kill the Congregator of Flesh. Now this is a required boss in the first place, but killing it is gonna do a few things for this quest. Firstly, it'll cause Thehk Ihir to move, but the second thing this does is cause a new interaction at Skyrest Bridge. Killing the Congregator of Flesh causes a new NPC to spawn in the back parts of the hub. This technical NPC is the dog, and you can come pay him a visit, even stopping by to pet him. But as of right now, that's all you can do. The important thing is to remember that he's here. Your next objective is to kill the Hush Saint boss at the first beacon and progress to the next area. You'll then find Thehk Ihir at the next vestige, once again exhaust his dialogue, and I recommend buying all his delirium fragments because you're gonna need those. After that, you can find him at Skyrest Bridge outside the blacksmith room, and he'll stay there until you venture through the door that requires the Pilgrim's Perch key. And after you make your way through that area, go down the path that leads outside, and if you turn left, you'll find a vestige. And a little over to the side of that vestige is Thehk Ihir once again, telling you that his purpose in serving Judge Cleric is reignited. Once again, exhaust his dialogue. Now I did not find him again after that until the end of Fief of the Chill Curse, right outside the Hollow Crow boss fight. There are two other locations he can go besides this, one being in the Manse of the Hollow Brothers, next to the vestige of Brother Jeremiah, although he seems to have skipped this location for me, maybe because I did this area very late in my playthrough. But the final location you can find Thehk Ihir is by the vestige of Rosamund in the Abbey of the Hallowed Sisters, and you can tell by his dialogue that he knows the end is drawing near, and he recommends you buy all the items you want from him before setting off once again. And I recommend you do that as well, because you need to make sure you've bought all of the delirium he's selling, which you will need for this quest, and also make sure you've said your goodbyes, because this is the last time you'll see him. The final step in Thehk Ihir's quest, but not in our quest to maximize this stick, is to kill Judge Cleric. This is one of the harder fights in the game, but one of my personal favorites. It's just got a great rhythm to it and a lot of really creative use of the arena. But after you deal the final blow in this fight, you'll get an achievement called Without Purpose, telling you that Thehk here has left Mornstead. But we're not done yet. Now that Judge Cleric is dead and you've gotten the achievement, head back to the outside of the cathedral and go up this column here while in Umbral. Head to the back of the room and go through a wall that doesn't exist in Axiom, and you will find the Thehk here set waiting for you on the ground. This is what we did the whole quest for. You absolutely have to have it in order to make this work. And this is where I personally messed up. I went into New Game Plus without picking up this armor set, and since I don't have it, now I can't unlock the secret power of the stick. So do not forget that. Now by this point we should have everything we need. The next step is to upgrade the stick to plus 10. It's going to take a lot of resources and a lot of vigor, but hopefully you bought out Thehk here's stock of the Delirium. Now with every upgrade of the stick, you'll see it get a little bit more damage each time. And when you finally get the stick all the way to plus 10, here's what happens. The plus 10 stick has a base damage of 237 with a descaling in both strength and agility. It's not the worst weapon in the world, but this was by no means the best weapon in the game that the developers had told us about, and we knew there had to be more to the picture. And so the next hint was revealed to us. Remember the dog that showed up after the Congregator of Flesh fight? Now we need to bring the stick to him. In order to unlock the stick's true power, you need to pet the dog a lot. And so after I learned this, I spent close to 30 minutes petting this dog, so much so that my Skyrest glitched out and Umbral enemies started spawning in the time I was petting the dog. And so I continued, petting it close to 100 times until I mentally couldn't do it anymore. And still nothing out of the ordinary took place. That was until MadLuigi put on the Thehk Ihir set. So let me explain to you how this works. The secret power of the stick is to upgrade itself through magic buffs completely on random. It will cycle between an Umbral upgrade, a Fire upgrade, and a Holy upgrade. And this will only happen while wearing the Thehk Ihir set. This change will happen randomly on hits. However, the percentage at which these buffs occur is increased for every time you pet the dog, with a maximum rate of change about every 2 to 3 hits. But here's the thing, on its own, this stick, even with the upgrades and the secret power, is nowhere close to being the best weapon in the game. According to the developers, we still need to create a build for this thing, and this is where we need your help. The ideal build utilizing the stick would be one that takes advantage of the different types of magic that it inflicts, utilizing rings and amulets that buff every kind of magic simultaneously. With the quality scaling being so low, there might also be an opportunity here to max out the magic stats while keeping strength and agility relatively low, and then using a weapon that complements the effects of the stick in your offhand, or a weapon that can create even additional status effects like bleed or poison. The possibilities here are endless. But the one thing we know is that the creators of the game called this the best weapon in the game, and although we've unlocked its secret power, we have yet to reach its true potential. So I want to see some builds that can be created from this. You guys shoot me your builds over on Twitter or in the channel Discord. Whoever can make the most of this stick may find the actual best build in Lords of the Fallen. So I really look forward to seeing that. But to quickly recap, here are the steps. Number 1, finish Thehk Ihir's questline and obtain his set. Number 2, upgrade the stick to plus 10. Number 3, equip both the stick and the Thehk Ihir set. And number 4, pet the dog to increase your chance of magic enhancement. And there you have quite possibly the biggest secret in Lords of the Fallen. So hopefully you guys will go out and try this. I really want to see what this is capable of, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. But if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you're new around here. Y'all go check out MadLuigi and tell him thank you for all the help in this. But with all that, I will catch you in the next one.